Hey everyone, welcome back to the new video of Current Affairs YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the important current affairs questions and answers of the day 14 June 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, you have two questions at the end of this video. So watch the video till the end and please comment your answers in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. And you can download the PDF file of this section in our Telegram group. And you can also join our Telegram group for more study materials. Okay, we'll keep the link in the description given below. You can check that and download the PDF. Okay, let's start the section. First question. When is the World Blood Donor Day observed annually? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, 14 June. Okay, the World Blood Donor Day is observed annually on 14 June. Today is the World Blood Donor Day. Okay, let's see about this day. Every year, World Blood Donor Day is celebrated on June 14 to raise awareness of the need for safe blood and blood product as a life-saving gift. This day marks the birth anniversary of Karl Landsteiner, who discovered the APO blood group system and won Nobel Prize for it. Okay, this day was first initiated by the World Health Organization, that is WHO, and was first celebrated on June 14 in 2005. Okay, the slogan for this year's World Blood Donor Day is "Give blood and keep the world beating." Okay, in this first question, you have to know about the World Blood Donor Day. Okay, it is observed annually June 14. Okay, that's answer for the question. Okay, let's see next question. What is the rank of India in the Global Home Price Index in quarter 1 2021 according to the Knight Frank report? Okay, the answer for the question is option B, 55. Okay, let's see about this ranking. India moved down 12 spot in the Global Home Price Index to rank 55 in the March quarter compared with 43rd in the year ago period, with a 1.6 year-on-year decline in home prices according to the Knight Frank's Global House Price Index quarter 1 for 2021. However, compared with the December quarter, when India was at the last spot among the 56 countries tracked by the index, it has gained a spot in the March quarter. Okay, since the July-September quarter 2020, October-December 2020, residential price in the March quarter witnessed a growth of 0.6 and 1.4% respectively. Okay, you have to note that India ranked 55th in the Knight Frank's Global House Price Index quarter 1 for 2021. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay. Before watching this full video, if you like this video, please click on the like button. Okay, this video like aim is only 50. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel Current Affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Okay, let's see next question. Operation Pangaea 14 was exercised by which of the following agency? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, Interpol. Okay, let's see about the Operation Pangaea 14. The International Criminal Police Organization, that is Interpol, through its Operation Pangaea 14, targeted the sale of fake medicines and products online. Okay, more than 1.10 lakh web links, including websites and online marketplaces, were taken down in the operation. Okay, let's see about the Operation Pangaea. The Operation Pangaea is a well-established international efforts of Interpol to disrupt the online sale of counterfeit and illicit health products. Okay, Pangaea works to raise awareness of the risk associated with buying medicines from unregulated websites. The first Operation Pangaea was conducted in the year 2008. Okay, you have to note on that. The Operation Pangaea 14 was conducted by the International Criminal Police Organization. Okay, let's see about Interpol. The International Criminal Police Organization, commonly known as Interpol, is an international organization that facilitates worldwide police cooperation and crime control. Okay, the Interpol has 194 member countries, making it the world's largest police organization. Okay, the headquarters of Interpol is located at Lyon in France and was founded on 7 September 1923. Okay, that's the answer for the question and also about Interpol. Okay, I think it's understood. Okay, let's see next question. Who was conferred with the Asia Pacific Productivity Champion Award 2021? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, R.S. Sodhi. Okay, let's see about this award. The managing director of Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, R.S. Sodhi, was conferred with the regional award as Asia Pacific Productivity Champion from Asian Productivity Organization, Tokyo, Japan, in recognition of enhanced productivity and efficient milk supply chain. Okay, he is the first Indian to have received the prestigious award in the last 20 years. Okay, you have to note on that. IRS Sodhi was conferred with the Asian Productivity Champion Award 2021. Okay, the award is conferred to eligible individuals who have significantly contributed to advancing the productivity movement in the Asia Pacific region and those in a specific member economy of APO. Okay, the APO regional awards are conferred every 5 years, and each country can nominate only one candidate out of all nominations. Okay, every 5 years, only five regional nominees receive the award. Okay, that's the answer for the question. Okay, let's see about APO. Okay, the Asian Productivity Organization is an international organization established in the year 1961 to increase productivity in the Asia Pacific region through mutual cooperation. Okay, the APO contributes to the sustainable socio-economic development of the region through policy advisory services and institutional capacity building efforts. Okay, the headquarters of APO is located at Tokyo in Japan. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see next question. Which institute has launched India's first center for digital health named Koita Center for Digital Health? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, IIT Bombay. Okay, let's see about this. The IIT Bombay has set up the Koita Center for Digital Health with a generous contribution received from its alumni Rekha and Rizwan Koita under the aegis of Koita Foundation. Okay, KCDS, that's the Koita Center for Digital Health, will be the first of its kind in India, focused on driving academic programs, research and industry collaboration, and digital on enhancing digital health and informatics. Okay, I have to note on that. The IIT Bombay has set up the Koita Center for Digital Health. Okay, let's see the next question. The report titled Child Labor Global Estimates 2020 Trends and the Road Forward has been released by the ILO in association with which of the following organization? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, UNICEF. Okay, let's see about this report. The International Labour Organization, that is ILO, and the UNICEF have released a report titled Child Labor Global Estimates 2020 Trends and the Road Forward. Okay. This has been released ahead of the World Day Against Child Labor in June 12th. Okay, we have already discussed about this day in the video of yesterday's current affairs question answer video. Okay, if you want to know, you can watch that. I will give you the link in the description given below. You can check that. Okay, as per the report, the number of child labor has risen to alarming number of 16 crore across the world. Okay, that's the answer for the question. Okay, let's see about UNICEF. UNICEF, also known as the United Nations Children's Fund, is a United Nations agency responsible for providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children worldwide. Okay, the headquarters of UNICEF is located at New York in United States. Okay, you have to note that ILO and the UNICEF have released the report titled Child Labor Global Estimates 2020 Trends and the Road Forward. Okay, let's see next question. Which of the following has named Spurti Priya as its grievance officer for India? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, Facebook. Okay, let's see about this. Facebook has named Spurti Priya as its grievance officer for India. This move comes close on the heels of the new Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021 coming into force last month. Okay, according to the new government's guidelines, social media companies with over 50 lakh users have to appoint a grievance officer, nodal officer, and a chief complaints officer. Okay, all three persons will have to be resident of India. Okay, that's an important point. And here, the Facebook-owned messaging platform WhatsApp appointed Paresh B. Lal as a grievance officer a few days ago. Okay, this question you have to note on that. Facebook has named the Spurti Priya as its grievance officer for India. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the next question. Which state has launched a 33.83 crore rupees scheme for the street vendors through direct benefit transfer of rupees 2,000 each to 2.16 lakh vendors in the state? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Karnataka. Okay, let's see about this scheme. Karnataka government launched a 33.83 crore rupees scheme for street vendors to the direct benefit transfer of rupees 2000 is to 2.16 lakh vendors in the state of Karnataka. The state government distributes COVID-19 relief to street vendors registered under the Department of Skill Development, Entrepreneurship and Livelihoods Deen Dayal Antyodaya Scheme, National Urban Livelihood Mission. Okay. Chief Minister, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa launched the program and instructed banks to not to adjust towards any other outstanding dues. Okay, out of 2.16 lakh beneficiaries, 1.19 lakh of their bank accounts have been linked to their Aadhaar cards, and DBT, that is direct benefit transfer to their accounts, will be released and transferred in phases. Okay, that's the answer for the question. Option A, Karnataka. Okay, let's see the next question. Leh in Ladakh is the only place where one can see double hump camels in India. And the question is, as per the latest census, there are how many Bactrian camels, that is the double hump camels in Leh district and the whole country? Okay, the answer for the question is option C, 298. Okay, let's see about the double hump camels. Leh in Union Territory of Ladakh is the only place where one can see a double hump camels in India. Okay, this species of camel, known as the Bactrian camel, is the only living remnant of India's connection with famous Silk Route, and Ladakh as the link of this ancient trade route. Double hump camel was heavy load carrier of Silk Route traders. However, with the closure of the route in 1950s and introduction of modern transport facilities, this stuffed animal camel once became stray animal and remained abandoned by its owners. Okay, as they lost attention, population fell to mere 64 in 2003 and 2004. And as per the latest census, there are 298 Bactrian camels in number in Leh district and the whole country. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the next question. What is the theme of 2021 World Day Against Child Labor? Okay, the answer for the question is option B, Act Now, End Child Labor. Okay, let's see about this day. Okay, we have already discussed about the World Day Against Child Labor in yesterday's current affairs video. And in this question, you have to note that the World Day Against Child Labor is observed annually on June 12. And the theme for 2021 World Day Against Child Labor is Act Now, End Child Labor. Okay, that's the answer for the question. I think it's understood. If you have any doubts, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the answers for the questions of last current affairs question answer video of 13th June 2021. Okay, let's see the answer for the first question. ISRO has developed which of the following ventilators to battle COVID-19? Okay, the answer for the question is option D, all A, B and C. Okay, let's see about this. The Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, has developed 3 types of ventilators. Prana, sorry, here is a mistake. It's not Prana, it's Prana, Vayu, Swasthya. Okay. Next point, a low-cost and portable critical care ventilator, that is Prana, programmable respiratory assistance for the needed. It is based on the automated compression of an AMP, that is artificial manual breathing unit bag. Okay, next one, the ICU grade positive pressure mechanical ventilator title Vayu, abbreviation of ventilators assist unit, can assist or replace spontaneous breathing in patients under respiratory distress. Okay, that's about Prana and Vayu. And the third one, gas powered ventilator, space ventilator aided system for trauma assistance, that is SOSA, a basic model for non-invasive ventilation, is well suited for emergency use for fast line treatment and as transit ventilators inside vehicles. Okay, you have to note that the ISRO has developed 3 types of ventilators. They are Prana, Vayu and Swasthya. Okay, here is a mistake, that is it's not Prana, it's Prana. Okay, that's answer for the first question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see the answer for the second question. Who overtook Ali Makoud and Lionel Messi in June 2021 to become the second highest international goal scorer among active men's players? Okay, the answer for the question is option A, Sunil Chhetri. Okay, let's see about this. Indian football team captain Sunil Chhetri added another feather to his illustrious capacity, overtook Argentinian star Lionel Messi to become the second highest active international goal scorer. Okay, Chhetri achieved the feat when he struck a brace to help India defeat Bangladesh 2-0 in the ongoing FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 and the AFC Asian Cup China qualifiers. Okay, Chhetri has now scored 74 goals, two more than Messi, and is only behind Portugal star Cristiano Ronaldo in the list of active footballers with the most international goals. And Ali Makoud is third on the list, having scored 73 goals. Okay, you have to note that Sunil Chhetri became the second highest active international goal scorers. Okay, that's the answer for the second question. I think it's understood. Okay, let's see today's questions for you. Okay, daily we are giving two questions that you can answer, and please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the first question for you. Who has won the Best Actor award at the 23rd edition of the UK Asian Film Festival? Okay, the options for you. Option A, Tilottama Shom. Option B, Vivek Gombar. Option C, Vasundhara Das. And the option D, Anupriya Goenka. Okay, we'll repeat the first question for one more time. Who has won the Best Actor award at the 23rd edition of the UK Asian Film Festival? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay, let's see the second question for you. Where is headquarters of DBS Bank located? Okay, the options for you. Option A, Taiwan. Option B, Malaysia. Option C, Indonesia. And the option D, Singapore. Okay, I will repeat the second question for one more time. Where is headquarters of DBS Bank located? Okay, please comment your answer in the comment section given below. We will discuss that. Okay. In this video, we have discussed about the important current affairs questions and answers of the day 14 June 2021 for all competitive examinations. Okay, I think it's understood about section. If you have any doubts related to any question and its answer, please comment down in the comment section given below. We will discuss that, and you can download the PDF file of this section of our Telegram group. You can also join our Telegram group for more study materials. Okay, I will give the link in the description given below. You can check that and download the PDF. And if you are not a subscriber of this channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe our channel Current Affairs, and also enable the bell icon for getting new notifications in our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Keep supporting us. See you tomorrow with a new video on current affairs and other type topics. Thank you. Bye bye.